But I always felt that you and Carla seemed happy here in New York.
Why wouldn't we be? The NBC had promised me a dream orchestra made up of musicians all over America. At first I laughed. I said what a challenge it would be to create an orchestra to rival Philadelphia, Boston, the New York Philharmonic. And when I arrived in America, I was received deliriously, but I was the most excited because they had done it. The orchestra was superb, the strings were beyond description. The ensemble, magnificent from the first rehearsal. It was a joy to work with such players.
You said you'd conduct the NBC Orchestra for 3 seasons and then retire. You lasted 17 years.
Yes. Yes, see, I admit I had some of the best years of my career. I remember on the American tour of 1950, I've never had such a wonderful time.
Maestro Arturo Toscanini, also on a cross-country tour, takes a day off at Sun Valley, Idaho, where he goes for a ski tow ride. These rare films of the 83-year-old Maestro, revered both for his musical genius and his quick temper, show him enjoying himself like a teenager. At the top, a sad symphony composed of his orchestra and train crew members play an all-key serenade to the Maestro.
You know, I was already 83 years old, but I never enjoyed myself so much. But during those last seasons, I felt I was diminishing. No one seemed to notice. But during rehearsal, sometimes I frightened my orchestra. I was so awful, even more than usual. And then one day, I received a letter from one of the musicians full of insolent remarks. But I have to admit, all the complaints were justified. The author of the letter didn't have the courage to sign his name, but if he had, I would have congratulated him. But I'd had enough after that second last season. But they begged me to return for another, and I, imbecile that I am, tired of being pestered, gave in.
They couldn't have persuaded you if you hadn't have wanted to.
Oh, no, but I wanted it all to end. I was tired of being Maestro Arturo Toscanini. I was bored hearing the sound of my own name. I wanted to rest for what little time I had left, and then die a peaceful death.
Oh, Papa.
You know, by the time Carla was 70, she was too ill to come with me to New York. But during those last seasons, I couldn't just abandon my work with the symphony. It gave me life. and she knew it. But I was by her side in Italy when she died. Oh, Carla, dearest, it wasn't for life's little things that I needed you, but for the most important things that make life worth living. Our 54 years together must have had some purpose for good, honest souls like us. And if sometimes clouds darkened our happiness, the depth of our feelings never diminished.